WhatsApp bans millions of Brits as new privacy law comes into play. Millions of Brits are now reportedly without access to the world's most popular chat app thanks to new legislation from the European Union. Basically, anyone under 16 years of age who didn't verify their age has been dropped from WhatsApp thanks to the European Union's new General Data Protection Regulations. That's GDPR for short. Now, that law, in case you live in a cave and haven't been spammed by companies you've long forgotten about over data for the last 6 months, is meant to enforce privacy EU-wide. But what about Brexit? Whole other discussion, Tomo Sapiens, but TLDR, UK is still subject to EU law until March 2019 at the earliest. That means companies like the Facebook-owned WhatsApp need to comply with it if they want to continue doing business in Europe. So how are they going to check users' real ages? Well, from as far as we can tell, pre-16 WhatsApp user wipeout, all anyone had to do to continue using the service was to check a box saying they were over 16. Now, that'll be super effective, right? After all, it's not like anyone, especially kids, will lie about their age to access stuff they shouldn't online in 2018. Here's more on social media.
Zuckerbot initialized. Facebook Grandmaster Mark Zuckerberg traveled to Washington on Wednesday to do some Q&A on the Cambridge Analytica scandal and to attend to the elderly. But if memes are to be believed, Zuck either sent his life model decoy or is just a robot. During the hearing, the tech billionaire reportedly admitted responsibility for the abuse of user data and said that Facebook didn't do enough to stop it. But the internet seemed more concerned with Zuck's big boy seat and what it might be than user privacy. Zuckerbot's mechanical responses to lawmakers prompted a slew of robot memes galore on Twitter and elsewhere. But hey, one thing for sure. He shouldn't have any problem looking for a new profile pic.
I am Jack's failing free speech platform. Twitter has decided to go the way of the dodo. On Monday, the San Francisco-based company began deleting accounts that they deem hateful or violent under new rules. But what about free speech? Twitter's a private company, Tomo Sapiens, and can censor as it pleases. No First Amendment protections here. Certain groups on all sides of the supremacy rainbow were kicked off the platform. Reportedly, those removed included the New Black Panthers, the American Nazi Party, as well as users from British far-right group Britain First. But by closing these accounts, America's Weibo is just drawing more attention to these people and their screwball ideologies. Elsewhere, Gab-I, a self-described pro-free speech platform like Twitter, is reportedly gulping up ex-Twitterers and new users from the left, right, and center.
Oh, snap. Snapchat is definitely not keeping up with the Kardashians, and it's costing them more than $1 billion. The company recently redesigned the app to make it more user-friendly, and ended up doing the exact opposite. People found the update annoying, so much so, they petitioned to get rid of it on change.org. Queen Snapchat Kylie Jenner didn't seem to like it either, and called it quits. Her shady tweet on Wednesday pretty much summed it up. With the Queen out of Snap, it was only a matter of time before the millennials noticed and decided to say bye, Felicia. The Kylie tweet dominoed all the way to Wall Street, where Snap's market value took a dive to the tune of $1.3 billion. That's gotta hurt. Guess you might want to keep up a little bit with the Kardashians.
Google fixed its terrible hamburger emoji. Things are finally back to normal in the Googleverse after Google updated its abomination of a hamburger emoji. Some person who has clearly never eaten a cheeseburger was in charge of the emoji where the cheese was placed under the patty. Luckily, the burger got a proper facelift with the release of Android 8.1. The cheese is now on top of the patty where it belongs. The Google monstrosity was first brought to light over the Twitter sphere in a tweet with over 51,000 likes and 25,000 retweets. Google's cafeteria even got in on the action by offering Android burgers with the cheese below the burger. Yuck! They also made some other emoji tweaks like an updated filled beer stein as opposed to one half full, and a new cheese emoji with more realistic holes. I am Jack's non-existent edit button. You know the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Try telling that to Twitter. Originally designed to be no longer than a text, the 140-character tweet has helped topple dictators and get reality show hosts elected president. On Tuesday, November 7, 2017, that era came to an end. From now on, all Twitter users, prolific twits included, have 280 characters to play with. And so far, it's totally led to more creative intellectual expression and informed political debate. Twitter reportedly tested it with a small group of users. 5% of tweets from the group wrote beyond 140 characters, 2% made it past 190. Now that's a company that listens to its users. Also gone is the character counter. That's replaced with a circle that goes from blue to orange and then red as you reach 280 characters. Because seeing red on Twitter really helps, right? We haven't managed to get there, but word is when you do, you'll get the Nobel Prize in Twitterature.
Lawsuit says Facebook's been spying on users. A lawsuit filed in California claims Facebook hasn't been very friendly to its users. Former startup 643 claims that Facebook used its apps for mass surveillance on users by assembling data from their text and photos, listening to their microphones, and using Bluetooth to pinpoint locations, sometimes without consent. 643 had an app called Pinkini that let you scan their Facebook friends for bikini pics. Citing the lawsuit, The Guardian reports that Facebook could gather metadata from Android phone text messages. 643 claims the company could access nearly all photos on iPhones, as well as those not uploaded to Facebook. The lawsuit also alleges that Facebook also acquired some people's data without their consent. According to The Guardian, the company allegedly gathered information sent by users not on the platform to people with Facebook apps on their phone. Citing the lawsuit, the Huffington Post reports Facebook allegedly used information from Onavo, an app it owns, to observe what people use their phones for beyond Facebook. Facebook has rejected all the claims made by 643.